Hey everybody, Evan Kirstel here. Super excited to chat with Brent, CEO at Rev.io. Brent, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you, Evan.
Well, thanks for being here. You're one of the unsung heroes in telecom and broadband, managing that whole back office, which hasn't always been the sexiest of jobs, but you're doing a lot of innovative work in telecom and cloud. So maybe introduce yourself and Rev.io. Who are you and your sort of mission?
Yeah, that sounds great. And I love the statement around Revio and our business making billing sexy. I mean, that's fantastic. But again, my name is Brett Baropis, and I'm the CEO of Revio. And our mission is to help our clients grow revenue efficiently. And that simple statement drives almost every business decision that we make. It drives the culture that we create. And what we essentially do is we have a really sophisticated billing and back office end-to-end customer management platform for communications, IT service providers, and managed service providers that have not just recurring billing strategies, but also usage-based billing. We call it sophisticated billing models. Origin started out in the service provider space where we're bringing multiple feeds of data into our system, aggregating it, and allowing our customers to be innovative entrepreneurs and come up with limitless pricing models to ultimately win business against the big incumbents that have football stadiums. And to do that, they leverage Revio, where we help them get to market faster. We help them iterate on pricing strategies in ways that the incumbents and large companies can't. We allow them to have those limitless pricing models, doing so compliantly. Also, we have a full help desk and end user and agent facing portal. So it truly is end to end. And recently announced, which I'm super excited about, and I think you're going to segue into, is now we also have the PSA platform.
Yeah, talk about that. And what was behind the decision to acquire Tigerpaw? Talk about, consolidation, billing and PSA into one
Yes,
company, one platform, and why that's was so attractive.
we're thrilled about it. What I can say is that we think about acquisitions, and we have been doing acquisitions. This was our third
Mm,
since 2021, most transformative. But when we think about it, what we're doing is we're listening to the market and what our customers are saying. We're not trying to innovate a marketplace. We're not trying to just create scale. We're trying to truly help our clients grow revenue efficiently. And about 3 years ago, Evan, we started to see this trend. We call it convergence, where communication service providers and managed service providers were starting to sort of blend their offerings. And you know, that creates a tremendous growth opportunity for a service provider to essentially just capture more and more wallet share for their end business customer. But the problem with that is it comes with additional complexity, right? Then you need professional services automation, right? Better inventory tracking, field services if you're starting to offer managed services and you've been traditionally just a communication service provider. On the flip side, if you're a managed service provider now trying to offer communication services, you now have complex billing, taxation, and those types of challenges that you had to overcome. And so we now, the whole thesis behind this acquisition for us was to acquire a well-established PSA platform that rounded out some of the gaps in our offering for the managed services side. And what it does is it creates for us, as we stitch these businesses together and integrate the software, we will have the only end-to-end communications and managed services slash PSA billing platform, to our knowledge, in the world. And so our customers are going to have the most unique advantage in being able to offer these wide, complex product catalogs to have the stickiest customers, the most revenue per customer, offering the next gen services as they come out, driven through any service provider or any incumbent vendor, and do so efficiently. So we're thrilled about it, and we have been seeking this acquisition for over 3 years. So it's been very intentional, and we couldn't be happier about it.
that's exciting. Yeah, in another
Yeah.
lifetime, I worked for Oracle's telecom services group, and we spent a lot of time and money on integrating products,
Yep.
and we charged customers a lot for that integration, you know, which wasn't always that welcome. So you're looking at really integrating the platforms to have, a sort of match made in heaven there between
That's right.
between the, yeah.
That's right. And we will make our money by making them efficient with the integration. right? And
Right.
the way that we look at it is this goes back to the mission of the company, right? So that to help the client grow revenue efficiently. Right now, over a third of our customers are using a PSA platform, and they're sending for the communication services, they're sending a bill out of Revio, and for the managed services, they're sending a bill out of their PSA platform, and that's not an acceptable experience, and it's not going to competition suggests that things are going to consolidate like they always have, and a customer wants everything on one bill. They want to have ease of understanding what their outstanding balances look like. They want one place to go for their technology services from the same vendor. They don't want multiple invoices for that because their systems aren't together or they have to have multiple systems. It just doesn't make sense to the end customer. And we recognize that. And so we start with that experience that our customers are telling us that their customers are demanding. And then we do everything we can. And we've done a pretty good job of it up to this point of finding solutions that meet those needs that allow our customers to provide that great service to their end customers.
Yeah, that's pretty powerful. And talk about the cloud communications. It's one of your segments. I think we met at the Cloud Communications Alliance Summit.
Yeah,
But you also are a cloud native platform. You host instances in Azure, so you
that's
get all the
correct.
scale, the automation, peace of mind, et cetera. And I think that's the trend, right? For the industry is not having on site,
It is. It
racks and
is.
servers.
And the PSA platform, formerly known, it's called Revio PSA, which was formerly Tigerpaw Software, which we bought the PSA platform. We are going to be migrating that entire platform. Part of our investment thesis is to invest some money to establish that as a web-based application in the cloud in Azure. And they had already done a lot of work in that direction. But Revio, our core offering, is a full SaaS-based solution. And yeah, you're right. And the entire market's going that way. And it has been, the flexibility, the scalability, the ability to deploy your services all over the globe. There's too many reasons why it makes sense. And we could
Yeah,
probably have an entire interview just on that alone. But yes, we are very passionate about technology and innovation. It is one of our core values, passion for innovation. And so we do it in ways that make sense. We're not like chasing shiny objects, but we have partnered with Microsoft. As you mentioned, everything is in Azure for us, and that's been tremendous. We think that Microsoft is not just helping software companies like ours, but we also have seen, and I think you started alluding to, like what are some of the trends in the industries and the CCA conferences, and what are people talking about? And they are talking about the collaboration tools coming out from and what's coming out from the Microsofts of the world, the Zooms of the world, the Cisco, WebEx calling. It really seems like Microsoft is leading now, and it seems what we're seeing from our service providers is the maturity from the disruption of the entire world going remote. Right, it's now baked into almost every business in America, and the collaboration platforms are here to stay. And so that has been the biggest industry change and transformation. We embrace it. We love it. We think it makes sense. There's still plenty of opportunity still for the other soft switches. But it seems like collaboration tools are here, and that's the biggest trend that we're seeing that our customers are selling.
makes sense. The other big
Mm-hmm.
trend, I think you would agree, is customer self-service. Everyone wants their own portal. Will Tigerpaw help with that as well?
Well, the beautiful thing is they have that, and so does the core side. And so we're going to bring that
Hmm.
up together into one unified portal for the end user. And look, paying your bill, it makes a ton of sense, right?
Hmm.
We take it a step further. We're the only company in our space that also has fully integrated payments. You don't have to go to a
Mm.
Stripe, Authorized, any of those types of firms. We
Oh,
offer
wow.
the best rates because it's not our primary driver of profit. And so we became a full end-to-end payment processor. And that has been a really great value add to our customers, giving them tons of visibility into payment data, chargeback management natively inside of our platform. So we're doing the same thing on the PSA side. That's actually going to be done for us before the end of this year. So we're off and running with a very, very structured timeline on bringing these platforms together. It's going to start with payments. but yes, the portals, we have an award-winning portal called Enterprise Customer Portal, and you can submit orders, view all locations. It gives the end user the ability to customize their look and feel.
Oh,
And it
wow.
gives the service provider the ability to obviously brand it to meet their brand guidelines. And we've won a number of awards. And again, that was driven through customer feedback. One of our most strategic and longstanding customers, they really, really were the mastermind behind it and helped us. And what we did was understood what the outcomes they wanted, and we
Mm.
developed the best in breed technologies and built that platform. And it's just it's been a winner for everybody that uses it.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. So security is top of everyone's mind. Every day there's another data breach, and you must get
Yeah,
asked a lot about your security framework and data protection measures and all that kind of thing. I assume you have a big team focused on that for customers.
we do. And what is also important is not just the technology you use to fend off security, but also the policies and culture you create inside of a company.
Mm.
And what we're seeing is it doesn't matter sometimes what type of technology you use to make sure that you protect the proprietary information of your customers. And we invest a substantial amount in security and services on that side of things, especially for our platform. But it's also how you train your employees, because people are getting
Mm.
very smart. And I would say not necessarily people, but bots and AI have really changed, the way that people are committing fraud. And you need to educate the team that you have. And we have been doing that for the last few years intentionally. And I'm glad we have, because we've had multiple instances, like every business, of either third party individuals, or even we think it may be AI trying to
Mm.
extract something out of this company. It may not be customer information, maybe money, right? And so you got to be smart about this now more than ever. And it's like you're going to have to use machines to fight machines, and that's just
Yeah,
the world that we live in.
yeah, it's such a interesting and scary topic. Again,
It
another show
is.
we could spend an hour with one of your CISO on that topic. What's next for you? We're out and about at events and meetups and traveling much more. Anything on your radar, personally, professionally, with the team that might be worth mentioning?
Well, we remain inquisitive. We still have. We think that this market is very fragmented, and we think scale is going to win. And we firmly believe that RevIO is best positioned to take advantage of those tailwinds. We have great financial partners, so we're looking, now that we're in the PSA space. We're looking at potentially adding on acquisitions to that platform. It opened up new opportunities for us. We think that there's some of the competitors in that space have gotten pretty substantial in size, and we think that's great because it shows how large the addressable market is. But we also think that they may be neglecting pockets where we can exploit and win. So we'll be inquisitive on that side of things. We will look to acquire other billing platforms where we think they have some sort of uniqueness that helps us, plus scale. We've looked at acquisitions internationally, and that's because we have customers that are deploying services in international markets. So again, following the trends of what we're seeing with our customer base. So certainly staying focused on that side of things. Majority of our business will always be just organic. We have a very professionalized sales organization. So growth is top of mind. We are a growth-based business. I'm a growth-minded CEO. I don't want to maintain a legacy business. I want to scale a company. I want it to be hard. I want to be challenged, and it's challenging because as you scale, the company grows. It has different demands and needs. You have to improve your own personal skills. You have to restructure the business to support it. I mean, that stuff we thrive. As that type of business. It's the type of CEO that I am, and I have a tremendous team that loves it. And so, and growth is exciting. So we're going to look for ways to grow. We'll be at the industry shows. We'll be at channel partners in the fall. We'll be at the partner shows. We'll be at a Net Sapiens conference coming up. So
Mm.
we will certainly be out there. We'll be at some managed services shows. And just getting our story out there is a constant for us. So I'd say that's not, we're always looking forward to it because we always have something like that coming up. But really, we are thrilled about trying to fill our focus of bringing this new acquisition fully into RevIO, and what that means for a market that doesn't have a solution that has the two businesses like ours combined. And so we think that's going to really be transformative for RevIO, not just over the next 12 months, but really the next 3 years.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on all the success and the merger, onwards and upwards. And yeah, thanks for sharing some time. And I'll be sure to see you at the next CCA event, probably in February in South Florida.
Yep,
And thanks
I'll be
everyone for
there.
watching. Feel
Yeah,
free to
thanks
reach out
everybody.
with any questions, comments, and I look forward to your feedback. Take care, everyone.